Hello and welcome back to part 22 of Citizen Sleeper. Let's just get to grafting, because that's what we've got to do right now. We have a make or break job going on, and we're making it, baby, or at least we are. On our part we are, but we'll see if we ever actually manage to do a job that turns out well for us. I mean, the other one did, really. Like, we got mushrooms, I think, didn't we? Look at the size of this. It's taken up half of the hub. Okay. We can just finish this right up right now, I think. 3 and 3. 1, 2, 3. Don't tell me I've miscounted. No, 3 and 3. Looks good. Okay, okay. We got some money. That's good. I guess we're not actually going to find out the conclusion for a while, but oh no, we have. Usually immediately something has gone wrong, so let's see if that happens today. Continue, I guess. Rigged and ready. The atmosphere in the airlock is euphoric. You and Bliss keep grinning at each other like idiots. Exhausted, blinded, sore, and aching idiots. Sleeper, that was incredible. She punches you on the arm. Stop punching my arms! I never thought we were gonna make it. Those idiots tangled the whole thing up like nothing I've ever seen. We make a good team. Bliss smiles a winning smile. As the lock's inner door clunks open, Moritz gives a rare whoop. He looks exhausted too, and for good reason. Moritz has been the one ferrying tools and his parts back and forth from the ship. His tired smile tells you he's glad it's done. Sleeper, Bliss, he shakes his head. Impressive. When I saw that ship come in, I thought, there's no way. Why, thank you, Moritz. She winks. For believing in us. Moritz rolls his eyes. You know what I mean. Take the compliment. He shoulders some of the gear that came back in with you and Bliss and heads to the racks to stow it. See, like, we couldn't have done it without him either. Bliss turns to you. I think you should be the one to do the honors. She nods and the ragged-looking console... No, she nods to the ragged-looking console that Moritz assembled. I don't want to jinx it. Is it gonna go right if I'm the one that does it? She smiles nervously, but you can see she is genuinely nervous. I can't possibly say don't worry after our track record. I'm just gonna check it. You glide over to the console and check the screen. It takes a second to see what you are doing through the flickering, cracked display, but after a moment, you see the accounts. And there it is. Almost 1,000 cryo sat in the base transfer account. Well, Bliss calls. Have we been screwed again? See, I like being a bit more stoic. It's there, rather than we did it. It's there. Bliss kicks off from the floor and spins up the bay, shouting as she does. The noise takes Moritz by surprise, and he knocks the rack of parts, scattering handfuls of metal fixings across the bay. The sight is something, glinting steel catching the work lights like glitter. Imagine this celebration. We've just got Bliss spinning through the air, surrounded by a confetti of, like, wrenches. Feels very apt. Sorry, says Bliss, grinning. When she comes back down, I needed that. She kicks off and joins you at the terminal. Moritz even managed to sell that produce. We made a tidy profit. Eventually, she laughs. Here, she loads a stack of blank chits into the terminal and transfers a chunk of the cryo to them. This is your cut. Bliss hands you the chits. Thank you for believing in this place. She looks away and smiles. Even when I couldn't. When you first met me, I was on the edge of giving up. But all it would have taken was one more push. But now, this place is sparking again. Work is coming in. There are funds in the accounts. Even Moritz has a spring in his step. You both look over at him, happily racking up tools. That's because of you. She punches you on the arm. He likes you. He's a good kid. What's his deal? Sounds a bit... I was gonna say harsh. That's not the word I'm looking for, but I can't think of the word. Abrasive. He's a good kid. He isn't bad, is he? She leans in closer. You know, he came here looking to rob the place. I gave him a job instead, she laughs. Don't tell him I told you that. I just thought it might help you understand the kid. Moritz turns to look at you. Both Bliss and you awkwardly wave. Maybe it's time to change the subject. We weren't talking about you, honestly. Right. Maybe, again, see, now I do want to ask what now. That is my preferred thing, but I feel like maybe I need to ask the personal question with her. I wish we had the opportunity to ask both, I really do. Because I feel like I've been a bit standoffish with her, but I didn't actually mean to be. It's just, I was more interested in the other option every time. You gonna be okay? Me? Always. She looks away. From here on out, it's gonna be a little easier. I'm going to look for some component contracts. Stuff that will keep us inside the bay, not out in the black. No need to risk our necks if we don't need to. Smaller jobs, maybe that you can manage without me as well. You wanna cash out? That's fine. But there will always be work for you here when you need it. Oh. I'll be back. She smiles, and then out of nowhere, quickly gives you a hug. She steps back and glances around reflexively. Take care, she says softly. You too. You turn to leave. And sleeper? Yeah? Don't spend that all at once. How much is it? Whoa, that was a lot. We had 150. 100, 200, 300, 400. That was 300. We invested, what, 100 or less? And a lot of dice, but that was a lot. And we got our upgrade point. And surely we're going to be getting more soon, so we can probably start upping some of these as well. Excellent. Okay, so, let's see then. One last job. Okay, peak predictive. Oh yeah. Component repair. The Bay is taking on low-scale repair contracts now. Moritz is happy to offload some of the work to you. So this is just some engineering work that we can do, but it's not gonna go towards anything. It's just in case we need some money. But one last job. Moritz has heard Bliss speaking with someone remotely. Is there another job coming in? 6 days. Okay, that's gonna be a big one, probably then. That's so much money. We're rich. We're rich. Oh, we could sleep in this capsule tonight. What if the final job is gonna need to spend a lot of money though? Okay. We're rich. Oh my god. Right, we're only halfway to that, which means we're probably 1 day away from our yield being ready with the mushrooms, which is very good. What do we want to do with our dice? We could use the full on... We could just re-roll it all. We could use the full on Rabia's stuff. I don't think I said that right there. Yeah, 1 more day for that. We don't need any of this right now. So I don't think we need to spend that on there. It's just I don't want to get rid of the foe for something worse. But it could be better, so... Oh. Well, we got 1 better and 2 worse. What I might do with this... What I might do... You know how tempted I've been? It's so tempting. Just for shits and giggles. thing is, what are we actually gonna do with our 1 and 2 is the thing. What are we actually gonna do with that? We can do something that loses us energy and then do something that gains us energy. Let's do... Yeah, okay, I'm doing it because otherwise it's gonna stay on my mind. What did I get? You spot an opening and divert a package. Midline will know it's gone, but no idea to who or where. Now, let's find out what's inside. It was scrap? You're telling me it was scrap? I don't want to do the third one because I might get arrested. I think that might have been 2 scrap actually, which is 2 condition. Which isn't bad for 1 dice. We could do the 1 here. And then if it's negative, do the 2 in photosynthesis or in somewhere else. The place that we live. I keep wanting to call it Haven, that's not what it's called. It's got a name. Yeah, the 1 becomes a 3. I don't know what else we're gonna do with it, so let's just do it. That was a negative, but we still got a +1 on this. But we did lose our energy. I mean, we have so much money right now. We can just do this as well. I don't think we need to worry about losing energy anymore because we can just buy fungi. Fungus. Or it can be positive and we don't need to spend our money. That works. Oh my goodness, what have I done? Low end. As you say our goodbyes to the other enforcers and walk back through low end, a chirruping catches your attention. In a quiet corridor. Oh, is it? In a quiet corridor away from the main thoroughfares, someone... Oh, hold on. Is this gonna be, I've forgotten their name. The doctor. Recorder. Wait. Stuck a small recorder to the wall. Written across is 1 word. Sleeper. It's what? Audio? Peel it away from the wall, and as you do, it triggers some kind of improvised trip switch. It is. Okay, Sabine. It's Sabine. Sleeper. Sabine's voice crackles through. I have seen you with Yatagan members. Are they holding you captive now too? A high whine. I'm sorry if I have dragged you into this. Do not trust them. Something is happening within the gang. Some kind of power struggle. You cover the speaker a little, their voice too loud in the quiet corridor. I will come soon. Thanks to your efforts, I have located most of their properties. At the right time. I will see you soon. Don't give up. Remember our deal. You stare at the recorder, processing what you just heard. Hearing Sabine's voice again opens up something inside of you. An S&ARP employee. Do they know that I know? You struggle with a mix of concern and distrust. You throw the recorder to a nearby waste chute, and as you leave the corridor, still unsure who to trust, and head quietly out of the low end. Okay, that's because we got halfway, I think. Yeah. So probably once we get this full, they will come and meet us on a random day. Cool. Well, we've got nothing left, so... Asleep. Sleeper. Sleeping. It's like poetry. Feed the stray. Still only sometimes letting us stroke them, but you know, that's a cat thing. Since it's mushroom day tomorrow, I am gonna scrap this. Like, we can Depending on how fast we get scrap, we can probably infinitely stay at 5 dice. I don't know. Another day. I'm scared. Don't know why I was feeling scared. It was just taking ages to load. Oh, okay. This is nice, nice, nice. I like it when there's like 3 good dice. Leave. 2 more days. I can't wait for that, you know. Hold on. Yeah. What is happening here? This is still here? This feels like it's been here for ages. Okay, hold on. So upstairs has got like 6 days on it. We don't actually need to go up there. Let's go, yes, Greenway time. We haven't been spending as much time here as I'd hoped. So we're just harvesting all of these and then we can plant another one. Yeah, we've got our 3 immediately. Oh, we don't even need them to be that high, but we want the 2 random rare mushrooms for sure. Oh yes, we got another one of them. Oh, we might imagine. Oh, maybe we will get them this go. Oh, we have got them this go. You know, I'm going there straight away. I am going straight away. Let's hand these babies over. My club-headed babies. That's like, isn't club foot a thing? So that doesn't sound like a very nice thing, club head. I'm glad it's a mushroom. Okay. I didn't read. You hand them over to an eager Rico who immediately begins work on the samples. Okay. She's ready for me. Rico is at her bench, running small vials of some liquid through an old chemical analysis machine. The whirring of the spinning drum fills the lab with white noise, and you aren't sure if she notices your approach. Sleeper, it's good to see you. She looks up smiling. This little project of ours has been keeping me awake the past few cycles, but right now, well, I think I have something. I hope not telling her to rest doesn't mean she just like burns out because we didn't tell her to rest, but what is it? I don't think she'd appreciate being told to rest anyway. The drum finishes spinning and Rico lifts a vial from it, holding it up to the light. This is something I extracted from those club heads you've been bringing me. And according to my analysis, it is a substance totally unique on the Greenway. You look at the small amount of liquid in the vial. Any idea what it might be? Stabilizer. I did say that. That was my hypothesis, like, ages ago. I'm saying it. It is? Rico nods. You aren't the first sleeper to come through here. Perhaps I should have mentioned that earlier. Rico's tone suddenly drops, changing the atmosphere in the lab immediately. I just thought... She pauses, thinking very carefully how to continue. I just wanted you to trust us. Oh, keep talking. They came through a fair few cycles ago. We found them wandering the broken section near the gap. The members who brought them in had never seen one of you before. We were terrified of this strange person wandering in from open vacuum. They were quieter than you and damaged. We did our best to patch them up and welcome them to the commune. I only really spoke to them once, while I was working on their wounds along with a couple of systems engineers. She looks nervously at you. I'd never seen a body like that before. I took some readings, some samples. I'm very nervous right now. Like, the entire atmosphere in the room changed, and I can see why. Did you experiment on them? I'm gonna question the samples, I think. Yeah. You have to understand, I was curious. I didn't know what I was looking at. I just took a little of the damaged material, less than a thumbnail. She shifts her weight to her crutch. The next cycle they were gone. They took a little food and hiked up towards the wild margins, where the greenway meets the wastes. Someone saw them in the distance, but that was it. They disappeared into the overgrowth. Is this the one that's now dead? So they took the end of a finger. No. Damaged material less than a thumbnail. She sits down heavily, the vial in her hand. When I saw you, I wanted things to be different. I wanted to keep you here rather than let you disappear into wherever they ended up. She smiles to herself. Yes, I wanted to understand this place better, but I also wanted to help you. You made it sound like you did a really bad thing, but it's like, is that not like just taking some blood? Like, the material was already damaged. It's like taking, sometimes you gotta cut off the dead stuff to let it heal, so I feel like you're not telling me everything, Rico. I'm not sure. But, or is she just really feeling the guilt that she couldn't keep them here? I wonder if it's the one that's now dead. Because that was between here and the wastes. Okay. It seems that somehow both of my wishes have come true at once. She holds out a hand with the vial. This is for you. You take the stabilizer and the glass cold and smooth in your palm. How? Those clubhead caps made it for you. Or at least who or whatever made those clubheads. She starts to clear her bench. It was right there, contained in their tissue. I only had to extract it. I imagine you understand how incredible that is. I learned enough from that sleeper to know that your body, your frame is it, runs on some exotic technology. Exotic technology that has a time limit built in. Somehow, the Greenway knows that too. It understands your physiology much better than I ever could. It knows how to treat you. Just like that miraculous antidote that sprung from the mold, so too has this sprung from your presence here. The Greenway is speaking to you. It is welcoming you. She looks up. I know it sounds crazy, but I know it to be true. Here's the evidence. Also, no. And what I also know is it is no longer speaking to me. Even after decades here, I have never seen this kind of response. Not since the antidote so many cycles ago. She smiles. So I'm gonna make you a deal. You bring me as many clubheads as you like. I'll extract the stabilizer and give it to you freely. But you have to tell me what the Greenway says. You have to speak with it, to dig into it, to find what being is at the center of it. I've traveled as far as I can. I need you to do the rest. Can you do that? Yes. Yes, I can. Like, she must be a good person to feel so much guilt about what she, like, really didn't do. She didn't do anything. Imagine if an alien came to our planet right now. We would want a blood sample or, you know, some sort of sample to be able to find out what the, you know, I was gonna say, kind of like elements that it's made up of and stuff like that. You can't get to know something without doing that. So, like, it was already damaged. I don't think it's a problem. And look at what happened from that as well. From that, she managed to find out about the stabilizer, to know what this is a stabilizer, and now helping me with it. Like, honestly, I think that she's a good person, and fuck yes, I'm gonna help. Rico sighs with relief and deflates into her chair. Thank you. I'm sorry for the other sleeper. Truly, I am. I'm sorry I couldn't have done more. But I'm so glad I met you. She smiles. You are welcome here anytime. Rico falls silent. She looks smaller now, more fragile, and you realize how old she must be to have seen the collapse firsthand. You idle a little in the lab in case she asks for anything else, but she remains silent, and so you drift back into the tunnel, thoughts of that other sleeper and where they ended up weighing on your mind. I think I know. There we go, there's the upgrade point. Achievement, grow your own, become self-sufficient through botany. I can't believe we found a solution. We don't need to buy it anymore. And like, if it could no longer get supplied, we would be okay. Except we rely on this ecosystem. But this is huge. Like, as an individual in this world, starting without absolutely nothing, rely on the kindness of everyone around us, becoming self-sufficient is like everything. Like, I can't even tell you how huge that is. Let's just check this. Okay, that's 2. But the Hyphalabs and Rico's grow beds. We're gonna grow. So this is what we're sharing with, alright? I do believe that the sentience is coming from the cloud entities in some sort of fashion. And we're gonna use Rico's grow beds to grow the gift and find the answers, and then I can share the answers with her. The only thing is, I hope she doesn't die once I give her the answers, like as if her life mission is complete and now she can rest. I don't like that idea, but it's still better than her never finding out. So let's go to Rico's grow beds. Plant seed. The only way to understand what gardener gave you is to grow it. Rico is incredibly excited by the prospect. Alright. So we've told her about it. Excellent. I mean, we did promise we were going to tell her everything. I guess we just didn't get to see the conversation. I wonder how long this will take. It's probably a long one. Neutral, question marks. I'll take good care of it, sleeper. Rico smiles. Don't you worry. I know you will. Okay, how long have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 days. The seed is planted, and Rico is an attentive mother to it. What future is forming there? What I believe will happen is it's going to be linked to this darkness. Goodness, okay. Right, well, we can tend to our aviary still. Let's just check back in at the labs to see. It only takes 2 of these to get a stabilizer. With a couple of clubhead caps, Rico can extract the miraculous stabilizer they produce. It is a hard thing to believe. Oh my goodness, this is just wild. This is just so much happening at once. So we can now... we may as well finish this harvest today. And plant some more spores. Because we are gonna... I mean, we do already have a stabilizer. We have money. We're doing good. It's just, I would like to... at least keep the mushrooms going. At least if we can get a little stock of them. I know we also need to use some for the DLC. I'll have to check back to the video of meeting those 2 and see what it was they needed. Which is fine. And in the meantime then, between tending to this, which isn't going to take so much urgency anymore, we can do the Yatagan stuff, like, entirely. Oh, and I guess it'll be 2 more days until we get to interact with Tala again. And then eventually we might want to start working on that big ship again. We're really making our way through the stuff now. Let's then... what am I doing? Oh, dice. I might as well do this. Yeah, and then plant the next batch. What did I get? 2 of those, okay. See, we can sell these for like 80, but at that point we are actually choosing between labor and just like the labor of trying to find the random rare mushrooms, or just selling these ones and buying a stabilizer where we don't have to worry anymore. And the scrap, I love the progression that's happened here. It's felt very natural, as it's kind of been a curve like this, like whoop. So it's easy. Like, I remember around the beginning where I was like, it would be so easy to crash into a downward spiral, but the upward spiral has been so satisfying. Let's leave this and enter it again and plant our spores. Right, so they'll take like 4 days. Yeah, 4 days. That's fine. And like we're in no rush to extract them, but at least if they're growing, then we can extract them whenever we want to. And then I'm gonna re-roll these. Oh, it's a good one. What kind of thing do we want to do with that? The friggin' wand, man. The one's killing me. We can use that on the... Yeah, we can do what we did before. We can just chance the one. Yeah, it just seems... The next thing we're waiting for... Oh. What is happening to you? How strange. The next thing we're waiting for is this in 2 days. Overlook bar. Tala is as good as her word. Oh yeah, this is just work, but 2 more days for that. Things are spreading out a little bit now. I feel like we've done like the bulk of the rushing part of it. Oh, there is this. Yeah, that's still a while away too. Right, let's use both of these then on Yatagan. That's the next thing that we can do. That is gonna be quite close. Like it's not gonna take, well, it's gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dice. Because we can only get 1 at a time, but even the 1, we might as well use it, because if we lose the energy, it's fine. We just buy fungus. Yeah, we lost the energy, we still get the thing, so yeah, this is what we use our shit dice on then. And we may as well use this dice on this side, because we get a scrap component which we can use to make sure we have another dice tomorrow. Yeah. Oh my goodness, things are going so well. This is gonna go beyond my rule, but we're gonna do 1 more day because I think that the next day will be quick. So we're gonna do 1 more day. Let's feed the stray. It's like, it's been half an hour. Usually I'll stop if it's been half an hour instead of doing another day. We'll just do 1 more because we know something's happening in 2 days. So cat fed, repair done. I can't believe how many options we now suddenly have for our condition. It's just empowering. It's empowering as hell. It's really good. I don't actually know. Oh shit, I forgot to eat. I forgot to buy fungus. Oh. Oh, so it doesn't take... Oh. Okay. Well. You know what? I'm gonna buy mushrooms. I thought, like, that should have only give us 4 dice. I guess you get an extra day to eat. Well, I've been conservative with that, I guess. But that's okay. Oh, maybe we can sleep in the sleep pod tonight. I want to try it. Right. What kind of things do we need at this point? We just have... I just feel Hakuna Matata. Is that what it is? It means no worries. I feel Hakuna Matata. One more day for this. This is gonna be the next episode. We're just getting there. Yeah, Yatagan is where we're at. Yatagan is where it is all at. Right now. We could put all of these dice into it. Can't we? Even the failure ones. Just thinking, is there a... Right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm doing this. It's not gonna get us arrested. Right? It'll just mean we can't do it anymore. I think. What did I get? Oh, I got an achievement. Loot boxes stole 3 shipments just to see what was inside. There was nothing inside? What did I get? I already had 10. 1, 2. I already had these mushrooms. There was nothing. I don't think I got anything from that. God damn it. Okay, I've done that. Okay, that's done. Right, I have an idea. Let's use the number 4. No. No. Let's use the low ones and then we can use the number 4 afterwards. Right? Or we could... No, yeah, we can... We can use the 3. At least. Yeah, let's just... We can use the 3. Yeah, no. I've got a plan. It's hard to explain, but I have a plan. Oh, goddamn. I didn't expect that to work. But we can use the 4 to regain what we lose from using these 2, is what the plan was. I just don't know if... Although, I could... do this to get the scrap, and then... re-roll these 2. I don't know anymore. Yes, positive. Nice. Oh my goodness, we're actually doing this today. Oh, and they're good dice. Do we want to do this today? I think we do. We've got time. Like, the only thing that's happening tomorrow is the restaurant, or the distillery. So if this sets off something in motion, it's fine. Oh, and we get 100% on both of these. Like, we don't even need this energy, though. Oh, so we could just put them both into scrap. Because otherwise, we're just wasting it on that side. Yeah, what else are we going to do with these dice today? Collect mushrooms is the only other option. Like, collect gerals or... spores. We can do that anytime. We only need 1 dice to have another batch of spores. Yeah, let's do this then. Positive again. We are winning these coin flips today. Last one. We're just getting scrapped left, right, and center as well. It's... I mean, I know that's literally the reward, but I just didn't expect to ever be getting so much because we've used a few of them, but we've got more than we started with. But this might be dramatic, so let's see. Rabaya. This time you meet inside Rabia's office, although now that you've seen it, office seems like the wrong term. We don't need to be bribed by these guys anymore because we have our own stabilizer. They can take that from me if they want. It's fine. So I can totally side with Sabine. Office seems like the wrong term. You find her stood in an almost bare, shadowy unit midway through a sequence of stretchers. There are 2 low stools and a terminal in the corner, but it seems that most of the space is taken up by a heavy punching bag, rubber matting, and a stack of weights. There's like full-on training room in here. When Rabia turns to greet you, you realize she's missing an arm. The prosthetic she usually wears is set in a cradle near the terminal, a web of coloured wires running to it. Oh, this is a prosthetic arm. I think I remember saying that there's something over her arm. I didn't read it as a prosthetic, but now you can literally see it's robotic inside. Gotcha. Okay. Updates, she says, noticing you looking where her artificial arm usually is. Nothing to worry yourself with. Of course. What, the arm's getting updated? Sit, says Rabia, gesturing to the 2 diminutive stools. You both settle on the stools, Rabia crossing her legs on top and sitting straight backed. Jaya told me you have been doing the rounds, collecting tithies, patrolling the ward. She smiles. Some of the enforcers are impressed, and I hear you handled a few difficult circumstances. Nicely done. What does this even mean? I wanted to see for myself. I'm gonna try it just because I don't know what it means. She raises an eyebrow. See what for yourself? How a gang operates, if the stories are true, if I can trust you. I kinda like if the stories are true. I see. Rabia flexes her neck side to side, and the conclusion? Still deciding. Well, sleeper, Rabia says teasingly, please keep us updated on any progress. She smiles a thin smile. Joking aside, I know that for you, life on the Eye has been a struggle, but I hope we can do something about that from here onward. Like, I have a home now. The Greenway is just my home. Though some of our members may not see it this way, I know you too are a refugee. She looks at you solemnly. That's why you have come to us. Sabine with a dramatic entrance. Enough, Rabia. Sabine's voice cuts through the conversation. I am tired of listening to your affected nobility. They cross the room, Rabia's baton in their hand, the end lit with sparkling electricity. Oh boy. Rabia looks between the 2 of you. I suppose this ambush was another cooperation between you 2? She looks strangely unfazed. I'm staying silent. I do not accept or deny what you are saying. Sabine pauses. Thrown off by your silence? No, oh my god, Sabine, no! This is terrible. Don't pause. I'm being dramatic. God damn it. So this is the baton thing that Sabine's got hold of right now. No! Rabia takes this up. Oh, what if? Oh, this was important, wasn't it? Rabia takes the opportunity to act. She leaps from the stool and, fainting past Sabine, grabs the baton and twists it inwards. She is by far the stronger, and she pushes Sabine to their knees, plunging the crackling end of the baton toward their chest. They freeze there, Sabine struggling to keep the crackling baton from their skin. I can't believe she paused because I didn't speak. Like, I didn't know that was gonna have a consequence like that. That shouldn't... Sabine shouldn't have stopped. I'm not taking responsibility for that. Stop! Then you support them? Rabaya asks you, her eyes not leaving Sabine. Your loyalties are so easily swayed. I thought you were more than Yannick's attack dog, Rabaya. Sabine spits back. Are you not able to think for yourself? Rabaya holds the baton strong, and for a moment you think she is about to hammer it down into Sabine's chest. But after a painful wait, she throws Sabine down instead, then spins the baton in her hand, thumbing a switch and shutting it off in a single move. Now what? They both look at you, each still catching their breath as if they had forgotten about your presence. Rabaya cracks her neck. You are lucky I didn't kill you. I would have had every right, she shouts, the anger a release of tension more than a threat. Sabine lifts themselves a little, bruised from the fall. They roll onto their side and cough. Rabaya gives them some space, sitting back on the stool. Sabine props himself up on their elbows and fixes Rabaya with a hard stare. You have something to say? Rabaya taunts. Say it. This is your final opportunity, because after this, no coming back. What's the point? Sabine breathes heavily. She refuses to listen to criticism of the great Yatagan project. Rabaya collects herself. Speak. She folds her arms and waits to be convinced. Sabine takes a breath, organizing their thoughts. They go to start, pause, then decide on another approach. Eventually, they say it. Yannick is a traitor. Rabaya immediately flinches, her eyes going to her prosthetic arm, her muscles clenching. But she rides it out, more eager to prove Sabine wrong than she is to hurt them. At least for now. When I came here from SNR, they glance at you, gauging your reaction. It was Yannick who was one of the first to support me, to look after me. I should have known then, but I was naive and afraid. Sabine turns to you. Sleeper. They take a breath. I know that I should have told you I worked for SNR long ago, but I thought you would abandon me, and you are my final friend. What you should know is that I left SNR because I was running for my life. I leaked documents on the sleeper program, on the illegal and immoral practices it relied on, to the press. Oh. Why didn't you tell me that? SNR wanted me dead, and I fled as far as I could to this refuge at the edge of the surrogate systems. Sabine stops to collect themselves. What does this have to do with Yannick? Rabaya interrupts. The sleeper knows you're SNR. I told them. And while you hide beneath the cover of being a whistleblower, you and I both know you worked on the sleeper program. Yannick told me so much. Sabine's face falls. It is true. They glance at you and then away, ashamed. They lift their head. I mean, hindsight's 2020, right? They obviously didn't intend how it ended up, you know? But it is Yannick, not me, who is in the pocket of SNR. Rabaya flinches again. I can prove it. He made some kind of deal to keep me here, to tie me up in debt, to lock me away. In exchange... Rabaya slams her hand on the desk. Just tell us, for God's sake. In exchange for those, Sabine finishes, nodding towards Rabaya's prosthetic arm in its cradle. He has been using Yatagan enforcers, using you, as test subjects for SNR technology. I have the data to prove it. He has been bringing them in under the guise of stolen shipments and having me fit them, knowing each one is capturing data and sending it back to its makers. Rabaya's fixed expression has started to fade. This is happening, she's listening. Sabine produces a slate. It's all here. Thousands of hours of usage data, failure rates, error dumps. These are untested implants, Rabaya. They could short out, fail, cause cascading failures across a person's body. And they have. Sabine suddenly looks incredibly tired. I thought the error rate in the units was down to them being stolen or modified. I've tried to fix hundreds of failures in my time here. Not all of them, they stop. Unable to continue. What, not all of them survived? Rabaya closes her eyes and breathes in. Then she opens them again. She holds out a hand to Sabine. Show me, she says. Later, much later when you leave, Sabine is still taking Rabaya through the manifest and usage data. Oh, both of them crowded around the terminal as Sabine leads Rabaya through each layer of Yannick's betrayal. Oh, this is good. Like, Rabaya is one of the most loyal people, right? As you leave, Sabine catches your eye and something passes between you. Something like a thank you or a sorry or some other expression that communicates both sadness and hope. Awesome. That's really good. Oh, and we can become an amazing engineer if we want, interfacer, engager, or we can work on getting endure up if we want to. That was great. So what happens here now? Give them 3 days. Enemy of my enemy. Did we just become best friends? Rabaya and Sabine have been holed up in our office for a while now. What are they planning? Oh. Whistle blowing again? Double whistles? Let's do it, maybe. We need it to be solid though before we take on Yatagan. Excellent. Okay, well, I'm happy with that. I think that is a day of good work done. My home is in the Greenway, I feel, but I have connections here that I have to see through. So we are going to sleep here for the night, just for simplicity. But we've got some things to do. We need to feed the cat. We are going to scrap it up as well. Might as well. And that's it. That is the day. And then what we have to do next time is, well, mainly go and see Tala and see how the mushrooms are coming on. And then we kind of just need to take a look and see how soon things are going to be happening elsewhere. And what's my next priority after... Well, it's only 2 days until the Yatagan stuff continues. So I guess we just spend our dice on whatever. And, you know, then we're probably going to get hectic again, potentially. So that is it for today anyway. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you next time for more Citizen Sleeper. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.